esteemed guest, esteemed chief speaker, Professor Gitanjali, esteemed keynote speaker, Professor Sahu, esteemed principal of this college, and esteemed history, and my close friend come elder brother who is sitting on that, Dr. D.K. Mohanty, an eminent educationist of this area, a renowned intellectual whose book, The Indian Political Tradition, even I have always referred to that book. That book is a very popular book among all the political science students and teachers. He has contributed a lot, immensely, to the stream of political science. My respect to him and to all the resource persons, my dear faculty members, very dear students and media friends. I really feel delighted to be here, though it was little difficult on my part to make it, but I just decided to come because first, this is the first national seminar under Berhampur University after I joined just 2.5 months back. And another very important reason why I am here, because it is a women's college. It is a women's college, and I have a deep connection with girl students, and particularly I am a very dedicated feminist, I can say. So I always fight for the cause of women and girls' education. And this is the district which comes under Berhampur University, and this is a district which is an aspirational district defined by Niti Aayog. So that is my mandate and my objective is the Berhampur University to see the education, the betterment of the girl students of this education of this area, which is also a mandate. So this is a very important area also in terms of development also, because we always talk in terms of equity, and we talk in terms of human development. If we do not pay enough time and enough resources for the tribals, then it will be a lip service. The development will not be possible. And education is certainly an important topic of today's discussion is very relevant, very contemporary in nature. Yesterday also we had two resource persons in the university. They were invited by the economics department. One talked on environment and tribals, and another talked on the tribal development as such. So we were discussing, they had a discussion threadbare on the tribal development. So SDG 4 also, this is a mandate of SDG 4 that education should reach to all, and it is a lifelong and continuous process for which the teachers have a very important role to play. So all the teachers should be everybody's mandate, as our chief speaker told today, how his teacher was instrumental in bringing him to this level, to the height of, he has reached the height of success. So I'm really delighted to know his background, from such a humble background, and and he could reach this level. So that should be the role model, he should be the role model for all of us. So the And nowadays we are talking about we want to go back to our values. So these tribal studies, the living of the tribes is also a value system. It is part of our value system. So that is also an important mandate for all of us. So I will quote Virginia Skaka, just one sentence. The tribal communities in India, their lived experience, namely their relationship with forest, water, plants, animals, is expressed in words and terms which is vanishing now. This shows, and this is very perplexing for all of us. So this is what we are doing now when we speak of development, globalization, marketization, and etc. liberalization. So we are the language is becoming extinct, and the extinction of language is not only an Indian concept; it is a global concept. Tribals, they live with nature, they preserve nature, their sustenance through nature with nature is also an important part of development. With our neoliberal extractive capitalist economy, we are just and so also the tribal culture is becoming extinguished. So many of my predecessors, they have already spoken a lot. I know very little about the South Odisha tribal movements. I was quite educated. I learned a lot from Professor South's paper and his presentation, and also Professor Monkey's presentation. So it is so we are in a very paradoxical situation. Article 29 and 40, we ensure, the Constitution ensures to preserve the cultural heritage. But at the same time, we are destroying. So this is another myth is that the tribals, when they fought, declared the forest as I just don't remember the year. After that, British colonials, they declared the forest as state property. So they were deprived of their right, natural right, the right to food, the right to livelihood, the right to life, etc., etc. So after India got independence, after a long period, only in 2006 we made Forest Rights Act a right we passed the Forest Rights Act in 2006, and that gave the right to the tribals. But again we find that Forest Rights Act is also violated time and again in terms of distributing patta or the forest, the patta, the record of rights. Individual claim is quite significant in Odisha, but community rights is very negligible. Giving sanctioning of community rights to the tribals is very negligible. I have also undertaken a little research on the Domaria campus in Moyurbhanj while I was visiting those areas in Pugada and Kapipada. I also found that the tribal women, it was on tribal women, so the tribal women, I have interviewed a number of tribal women those, so their observation was that they did not get any access, they didn't have any access to the forest to collect timber or fodder, etc. They were driven by the forest guards, so their livelihood was at stake. It is at stake. So it is again a paradoxical situation. On the one hand, we are saying that Forest Rights Act is, we have given extended Forest Rights Act to all the tribals, etc. But at the same time, we find that the ground reality is something different. When you undertake some research, we find that they have food insecurity is tremendous in those areas. They just take some leaves from the forest, and that is for their sustenance. They get some 5 kilo or some under the Antoda scheme. Some of them they get 35 kilo of rice, and with that leaves they survive. Only rice and dal they have never seen. So this is the precarious situation of tribals in some part of Odisha. So the most important thing we can say in this context that in postmodernism we have the history is written by, as very rightly sir has pointed out, that Britishers or the white Britishers or the black Britishers, that really appealed to me. It's actually he is very right in depicting the Indian historians who have written the Mughal history or the post-independence India history. So I think we should adopt the postmodernist approach of writing history. So the local narratives, the folk stories, the folklores, the folk culture, and everything which has a local significance should be rewritten, should be well researched, and it should be taken to the global level. We can take our local culture to the global level, and we can learn a lot from the global to the local. So there should be a linkage between the local and global. So it is high time that history should be rewritten, and South Odishan history should be well researched, well documented, and all the narratives should be documented. And I hope we will, all the historians sitting here have a great responsibility in this regard. And I also expect that in the very near future we will work together. The Vice Chancellor of Tribal University is here with us. So this is an opportunity for all of us, and we will have some collaborative research. We can undertake some collaborative research with the history faculty who is sitting, history faculty in our university, Dr. Bia. He is sitting here, so I request him to prepare a proposal, and so that we can collaborate, and so that all the historians of this area, our students especially, will be immensely benefited by such research and by such documentation. Once again, I congratulate the Women's College principal, the mentor of this college, Dr. Mohanty, who is the brainchild. What I understand, the seminar is also a brainchild of his planning. And once again I congratulate and I thank all the faculty members and all the students of this august institution, and thank you all.